Is everybody there? I think you guys are coming in. And as usual, I'm fixing this freaking stand. It's going to be the stand every time. I'm going to be fixing the stand, and this bloody notification is going to stop. It's going to stop tonight. I keep forgetting to do it till I go like this, and then I hear it. How is everybody? Okay, wait. Oh, God. I'm laughing. Marvin just sent me a message and he said, I posted a picture of them as little boys. I'm turning my heat off. I posted a picture of Keith and Marvin and Lucas and the other kids. And he's like, he's like, that post is awesome. The good old days. He goes, I kiss Keith every day. He says, no, I mean, I miss, not, not kiss. I didn't think he was kissing him. Oh my God. Yeah. Well, it's almost Valentine's. Hi, everyone. I'm really going to fix this. You know what? I get so sideswiped in my day that I have no idea what I'm doing half the time. And then I just wander around looking for shoes that fit my feet. Let's see. Oh my God. What are you talking about this lockdown thing? Yeah, this is my little boob shot. This is I'm still wearing a bathing suit top. I'm still wearing the same shit I always wear. And that's what I'm doing. Anyway, yesterday I was at Jasmine's house. Jasmine's my friend. And we were doing something after we did our nails. And these are my nails. Okay. So we were doing something, and she, of course, is Asian. So she has a tree for the Chinese New Year. And she's like, okay, so she puts all the envelopes on it. Thank you so much. She puts all the envelopes on it, and she's like, pick one. So I picked one, and then I got the penny. Okay, I got the penny. And she's like, that's lucky. And I'm like, the penny is lucky. I've got luck. So this was good. So it was really fun. And I slept in this. No, I didn't sleep in. I went out. I was going to do a long hike, run, and it was pouring rain. So then I waited till 8 o'clock, and I was going to go to the gym, but I hate the gym. No offense to the gym. And so then I went running after that, and then my feet hurt, and I was like, I think I'll go look for other shoes. So I've got 2 more pairs of shoes to try out. I have to have, my feet are changing so much. It's terrible. Just like my ass and my face. Everything's changing, y'all. Okay, so look. I forget the name of the young lady that sent me this, but she will know. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful? It's from, well, that's Holland, the windmills, but I think she said she was from Sweden. I might be wrong. I put the letter away, of course, and I kept meaning to show it, but isn't this beautiful? Isn't this? I know, and you put it, it's in my door, just on the frame like this. So it kind of sits on the wall like this, and then they sit like that. Isn't that beautiful? I cannot drop it because I drop everything. And then Lisa, wherever Lisa is out there, sent me, remember Lisa, you guys? Lisa and Karen, they sent me that beautiful glass heart crystal of the picture of me and Keithy in there. Do you remember that one? She sent me a necklace because she said she had a dream. The necklace, I just changed my clothes, left it on the dresser, but she sent me a necklace in the same cut glass with a picture of Keith. She said Keith came to her in a dream and he liked that picture better. And I was like, okay, so let me get this right. On the other side, he's dictating what picture that his mom should have. So anyway, she was gracious enough to send me the necklace, which is just absolutely incredibly beautiful. So I was laughing hysterically. I'm like, well, that makes sense. Keithy's pretty direct. I know, I love tulips too. Yeah. I have 6 different colors of lipstick on. I couldn't even tell you what it is. I just kept trying to match it. And then I went out for dinner last night, and you'll love this one. Wait, I had a visit from my cousin who died last month of cancer. She told me her mom, who died 20 years ago, has a gray aura. What does that mean? Wait, I don't know what that means, because if the mom is already dead, gray is depression on the other side, but I don't think she'd still be depressed, right? I don't know. Yeah, and then I got this. This just arrived for Valentine's. It's a little Maryland calendar. poor Marilyn. They used her up, spat her out like a bunch of piranhas. And this is from, it looks like Lisa. It looks like, well, it looks like Lise. And she's a Sag. So it looks, that's who it looks like. You know who you are. You sent the card. I so can't read or spell. Every time I post something, I spell wrong. So, bothers me. Oh, and today I got to do a shout out for Lucas, our Aquarius friend on here, wife Bobby. It's Lucas's birthday today. So we are shouting out to Lucas. That's what we are doing. We are saying happy birthday to him. And that's what we're doing. I can't remember a damn thing. Like I put things up and it's spelt wrong everywhere. And I'm like, oh my God, what the hell? Yeah, you guys are so nice. People are so lovely. I found a memorial. Oh my Keithy, I know. I found a memorial picture, a memorial thing on the internet on Keith because I Google his name. I know he's dead. It's okay. It's just what I do. I Google his name, right? And so somebody put up a memorial page for Dewey. And when I looked at it, of course, I start crying because somebody set it up and their name was Kay. It's like find a gravesite memorial online. And anyway, whoever it is, their name is Kay, and that was his grandma's name, and she put it up. So, yeah, so it was really weird. I just literally put up a message. Anyway, there's that. Yes, it's Lucas's birthday. It's Bobby's, it's Bobby's husband, Lucas's birthday. Anyway, I don't know if you guys have seen this. I didn't even know. It's like, it's called Find a Grave. Here I go talking more. Happy Valentine's Day. It's this thing. It's Find a Grave. Can you see that? Like, and then she put up a picture of Keithy, and I guess you could look anybody up there. They put up famous people, all kinds of people, and Doodle's there. So I sent him a flower at that, and that's kind of what I did, which was great. I hadn't heard of it. Why I Google his name just to see what people write. That's just what I do. Because for some reason I feel insane and this is what I need to do. So I do it, and that's how I found out a lot of stuff. So no, I did. She put up pictures, and my dreams are scaring me. Don't let them scare you. You know what I learned? Honest to God, I'm going to tell you something. As much as I wanted to just kill myself when Keith died, really, seriously, just not even be here, which is true, but I'm not going to do that. As much as everybody was like blown away, once that happens, it frees you up. I'm not afraid of anything. Like I could dream. I'm literally not afraid of anything because you already did the worst thing to me. So understand that whatever the worst thing that can happen to you ever in your life, once it happens to you, you're like, what can you do to me? You can do nothing. So there is an element of freedom in that. And so people need to kind of understand perhaps that we all die, right? So your feet are more famous than you. Why are my feet more famous than me? You're probably talking about somebody else, right? I don't know who you are, but if my feet are more famous, awesome. But I think you're talking about someone else. Anyway, so once you understand that, people pass and stuff happens, right? Whatever. Anyhow, that's just the way it is. And so just to remind everybody, I don't know if anybody cares, but just to remind everybody, Coast to Coast tomorrow night. Wait, why are my feet famous? Seriously, Sloan, your feet come up in searches. That figures. That makes me laugh because, in the strip clubs back in the day, the fucking sick ass men would come in and they'd be like, I'll give you extra money if you show me your feet. Yeah, they could be asking for anything, but they want to see your feet. Assholes. What kind of people? It's like, hey, I got, boobs, I got an ass, but you want to see my feet. I hope they look good in there. Why are my feet in this thing? Oh my God. Why are my feet here? Why, I ask you, why? Um, I know, men do love nice feet, but men usually have creepy feet. Some people, have you seen them out? Me and Jasmine were talking about that. Have you seen these men out? Okay, out with their their sandals on. First of all, if you do not keep your feet clean, ladies and gentlemen, please go get a pedicure or fuck off, right? Yeah, it's not Valentine's Day yet. I'll be back in my pajamas tomorrow. That's it. Men's feet are the next level. A lot of women, though. Jasmine told me a lot of women have also really bad feet, she told me. Oh, yeah, my feet do come up. Oh, I missed that nail polish. I should have got that nail polish. I'm wearing gray. I missed that one. Where the hell am I in this? Where are my feet? Oh, my feet were in the hospital room there. Oh, I remember that. Oh, look. Here's a picture of my pedicure. I love that polish. Oh, my God. I feel like, look. You see my feet right there? That's my old favorite color. You see? Who the fuck is taking pictures of my feet, right? Yeah, I love that color. I have to get that color again. I must find it. What's it called? Oh my God. That really good polish. Okay, look, Sloan Bella's feet, Wiki Feet. Why do they have a title called Wiki Feet? What did they write? What are you guys talking about? What is this? Okay, my feet. What are they writing about my feet? Not my boobs, not my face, not my ass, not my legs, not my hands. Well, George Costanza's the hands, but you're writing about my feet. What the actual hell is going on? I do have nice feet, though, but that's besides the freaking point. Anyway, what was that thing called? Oh, Lincoln Park After Dark. Lincoln Park After Dark. Thank you for this, you guys. Oh, the Supremes. Yeah, Mary, I just got that. Thank you. And who's this from? Thank you. Any advice for Cap, Sun, Moon in Libra? That's funny. Yeah, you're out of the torture because, well, no, Saturn's still there. No, actually. Yeah, don't do anything right now. Wait, can I make money with my feet? Sure. Apparently you can. Yeah, there, OPI Lincoln Park After Dark. That is a spectacular color. It's, in fact, I've got gray on my toes right now because, it's depressing winter. I should have put Lincoln Park After Dark. Oh my God, such a good polish. So good. Okay, so you guys, we have tons of stuff going on, but wait, I can only manifest something through fear and doubt. Okay, stop that. First of all, you all, okay, in a person's chart, fear or feet. It's dark purple but looks black. Yes, that's the one. I love it. And I was looking for it yesterday. Anyway, that's my go-to color for like 25 years or whatever. Lincoln Park After Midnight was nice too. Yeah, Lincoln Park After Dark. And there's another there's several, and they're like raisins. And actually the nail polish I liked, I have OCD and it's killing me. Yeah, I have OCD really bad too. That's why I keep cutting my hair. I get my hair cut and then I go cut my hair. So like when I see that, I'm like, oh my God, let's pick it up and cut it. So yeah, Lincoln Park After Dark is really dark purple. Yes, exactly. Lincoln Park After Dark, y'all. That's the one. I just looked at my feet picture. I'm like, oh, my feet don't look like that right now. I got to go back to that color. I've got to stay traditional to myself, right? I sensed you on live. Did you, Spidey sense like this? Okay, so let's look at energy, because when you're talking about manifesting in any way, somebody did ask me this too. When you're talking about manifesting, I want paint the light bottom fancy. Paint the light bottom fancy. Sure. Anyway, people ask about manifesting, and here's what I wanted to say with it. When you try to manifest something and all that nonsense about co-creating, I don't want to hear that anymore. I can't. I'm like, oh, you bleached your hair. Awesome. At least you tried it. Yes, I am. Tomorrow night at midnight California time for Coast to Coast, whatever station it's on, go to Coast to Coast And they have a page that shows their, what great nail varnish. I feel like, anyway, go there, find out where it is. Yeah, some people love dark hair. I love dark hair if you love dark hair. I can only look at my hair dark. I have a picture with really dark hair and I look like a heroin addict. So that's out of the question. It's out of the question. I wonder where that picture is. I literally look like I'm on crack and seriously running from like the police on a meth bender. I look like all of that with dark hair. I look crazy. Now I'm going to find that picture because you just popped it up, but I have black hair in the picture. It's actually dark auburn. So yeah, and I can't see the dark on my head, right? I just can't see. I can't see the dark come in. It's really only dark blonde, but I just can't. Yeah, I feel like I got to do my feet a different color now. That's how weird I am. I saw that color. I'm like, oh, let me go back and change that. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to look for this picture in a second. What I was going to say is when we're looking at manifesting, and here I go looking for pictures again that I can never find. I just look like a crack addict with dark hair. I look crazy with dark hair. It takes away my, my little first grade picture. Yeah, see, I have a top. I'm blonde. I'm dark blonde naturally. But, when I saw bleach at 12, I was like, give me the bleach. Give me the bleach. But see, where does that come from? Why is that in my head to have the bleach like that, right? Why is that? Why? Okay, hold on one second here. I got to find this picture. It's going to make me crazy. It's okay because I get crazy. Okay, who knows where this picture is. Anyhow, I will find it, but it looks crazy. Okay, so, okay. I can't find it and I can't look. Okay, dizzy head. So when we're talking about manifesting, okay, manifesting anything you want, okay? So when people say, I want to manifest a good job, a cute husband. Is Jackie here? Oh, hi, Jackie. Jackie, wherever you are. I didn't see you come in because I was looking at my stupid phone again. When people want to manifest, right? And you listen to people like, and I'm not judging it, but I have a metaphysical difference of opinion with it. Blocking people asking stupid questions. Block those mother effers. Mother effers. Yeah, you know why? Because, oh my God, somebody wrote on one of my Instagram pages, they're like, I bought a chart 3 months ago and you never sent it. So I'm like, send me your email. They didn't send the email. They're just being a bitch. Woman was talking about your lipstick in a good or bad way. Because I like my lipstick. Oh, another one commenting. It's probably one of my bitch jealous women ex-friends. She knows who she is, bitch ass. Anyhow, fuck her. Okay, so let's talk about, yeah, I don't know what to say. I mean, I don't know why a psychic channels, I wish I could interpret my stupid chart. Yeah, it takes a while to learn, but I sent my rough draft off to Paul. You all don't know who Paul is, but Paul is in the Midwest, and I've worked with Paul for like 18 years. He helped teach me how to do my own website, and he does things so good on the yeah. She's the one that was defending him, the Dita Von Teese. Dita, why do you put lipstick on your cute Cupid lips? I mean, straight across the top. Because I fucking like to. Why do you ask dumb fucking questions with people's appearance? When people do that, jealous bitch, I will put lipstick anywhere I want. I will do whatever I want. And nothing you say can bother me, because if you even make it to my age and look fucking half decent, then you come show me your picture and we'll judge how you look, okay? And then that's what we'll do, right? But this is a psychic channel, so I don't fucking care if you like what I look like. Have you seen most psychics out there? What if I look like that? Would you attack the message? I mean, what? Yeah, I like my lipstick too. You know why? Because it makes my lips look cute, and I like it, and it matches my shirt. So there. Yeah, I'm going to wear my lipstick. But the point is, this isn't a makeup channel. People are so stupid. I wonder what they look like. Send us your picture, bitch, on here. Put your picture up. Snap a selfie of yourself and put it up. No, you know what it is? They just like to knock someone down a notch, you know? And here's the thing they like to do. Oh my God, you're a whatever, okay? Why do you do that? Why do you do that? Why do you do that? I don't know. What are you, fucking 5? Why do you do that? Thank you for that. So, wait, Jehovah's Witness, you're oh, there you go. Yeah, I'm my only advocate. Oh my God, where's Jackie? I'm gonna beat her up. Jackie, wait, what did you say? Sloan did my chart. I paid for it. I could only listen to the first 20 minutes. Why? Why, Jack? I was going to ask you that. Thank you so much for that. Wait, why can you only listen to 20 minutes? I blathered on for an hour and 20 minutes. Why? Tell me why. Why? Why? It's good, Jackie. Listen to the rest. Why? Why, Jackie? Why? Tell me. Yeah, you know what? I like being cool. Thank you, Peter. Peter emails me lots of interesting stuff during the day, but it's so curious to me why anybody's on. Can you imagine phoning up the news station and going, you know, that bitch has too much like fucking eyebrow pencil on. Oh my God, the bitch on, you know, Fox 11, like her skirt is crooked. Ring, ring. I'm a jealous one. And so I thought I would call up and like critique another person's face. Yeah, you don't pay my bills, whoever you are, and I want to see your picture. So here's what's going to happen on this channel. If you're going to critique my appearance, I want to see, right? I want to see CGI. Wait, all the news reports. Yeah, they're all fake. I know. I want to see the picture of your face and your body, right? That she's not taking my energy. I'm straight out telling her. I'm always going to stand up. People say that don't let people take your energy. And I'm just going to draw it. That's what happened when, you know, I hate to keep saying it, but when Keith died and the police said, you know, we're going to close the case because of this. A lot of people said, just let it go. It's shut down. I'm never letting it go. And it's still not taking my energy. It will be done correctly. This is my channel. And it's what I say. If you're going to critique my appearance, you better be way, way better looking in your mind. And so since you are so good looking, put your fucking picture up. And then we will all judge how you look in your lipstick. Okay. That's what we're going to do. Did your boys talk about their past lives? Jason did. Yeah. Jason did a lot. I don't know what Keithy, I don't know where Keithy came from. She's not me. It doesn't matter what she meant when you, okay, stop right there. Teach you guys something. This is my opinion, by the way, since it's my channel. When you make a comment about somebody's appearance by asking them a question, however the person shows up in your space with whatever they're wearing, whether their hair is like, you know, whether their hair's sticking up like this, or they're wearing bright blue eyeshadow, or they have 6,000 tattoos. If you go up to a person with tattoos and you say, why'd you tattoo yourself? You're pretty fucking stupid, even if you didn't mean it. Oh, your skin's so beautiful. Why did you tattoo yourself? Who taught you how to win over people with your bullshit conversation? Why don't you try being nice? Why don't you try being nice and just seeing that they have the tattoo or they're wearing the lipstick? Obviously, I have eyes. I like it, right? I cut my hair off because I like it. I pierce everything because I like it. That's why I fucking do it. How about that? There, you're heavily. That's what I'm saying. If somebody goes up to a heavily, so is my Jason. I always wanted to tattoo. I wanted to shave the back of my head and tattoo "fuck you" on the back, because it's really, when I walk by people, that's really the message I want. But anybody that asks anybody a question, when somebody, if you go to a party and somebody goes, oh my God, you know, you're so fucking cute, but why did you wear that dress? That is passive aggressive. So to say they didn't mean it that way is bullshit. It's passive aggressive. If I'm showing up here like this, it's because I want to. So don't ask me the question. Take the question out of here. It's true, right? I mean, I don't know. Maybe you guys like people asking you, you know, second guessing what you're doing. Oh, why did you buy that couch in your house? You know, your chair's so nice. Why did you buy a blue couch? What the fuck are you talking about? Aggressively, I know, it's a jealous bitch. Yeah, anyway, in person, they won't say it to my face. You know, people... I had a friend once that had acne, okay, like as a kid, as a teenager. Anyway, when he grew up, there was a woman that he worked, backhanded compliment is a see you next Tuesday, CUNT, who's a passive aggressive, right? Yeah, that's right, because I want to. That's because I fucking want to. Why do you do that? I don't know. Why do you do that? You know, who's the judge of that? That's the problem. Anyway, my husband just looked up your feet. I know, I'm saying that's my favorite color. My feet were cute. Those are cute runner's feet. Don't be jealous of my little feet. I don't know why they're on the internet, but I guess they are. One of them looks like I'm in a hospital bed. If I remember correctly, I think I was in a hospital bed. But I don't know if that's that picture. I don't even recognize like the furniture in the room. Maybe I was out of my body visiting with my feet and filming them. No, anyway, this person had acne when they were younger, and when they were older in their 40s, I have 6 different colors lipstick on. They were in their 40s and they went to work, and I guess they had like one acne on their face or whatever, one, you know how you get zits in your 40s. Anyway, this woman at his work came up. Thank you for the super chats, everybody. This woman came up to him at work and goes right up to his face, seriously, and goes, "Oh, look, you have that on your face." I'm sorry, you don't think I looked in the mirror when I walked out? What the fuck do you think I'm gonna do with this? You know, or I love it when people come up and they're like, "You're so thin," because they think that that's an okay thing to say. I have friends that have always been super slender, and people go, "You're so thin," and it's like my friends are like, "I don't want to be thin." So I mean, I know I don't know what to say to that, but that's their choice. So people, if someone doesn't know they have a zit, I know, right? I know, but he was in his 40s. He was a grown ass man in his 40s, and some grown ass woman at work went right up like that and said it without a thought. So either you're really fucking dumb, okay? So you're dumb, or you're a bitch. You're a dumb or you're a bitch or you're a dumb bitch. So that's all I can say about that. People are really, yeah, why are you researching my feet? People are really stupid. Anybody else? Yeah, well, you know what my partying was in those days. And then I'm getting back to, don't know if it's real, but read the last super chat. Okay, let me read it. My son and I are trying to, oh. Okay, so, oh my God. Okay, thank you for pointing that out. H is there. Okay, so, well, truthfully, if you're really trying to evade anybody or anything, let's just call it like a mafia house, right? So if you're trying to get away from, if you have to get away from the mob or somebody that's like chasing you, you probably have to change your identity and drop contact with anyway, and you just have to take off and leave your old life behind. That would, I mean, they say that in all the movies, right? So it would be that. I would say wait until the mid half of this year though. So I want to say like from June on. Listen, first of all, you have to not be afraid, and you have to not be afraid. This is going to sound really weird. Because everybody that has a child is worried for their child, but you literally have to be afraid, not afraid to die. Like you've got to be able, if you have that kind of confidence that you're going to be taken care of faith-wise here or there, they can't really touch you. Yes, they can kill the body, but they can't really touch you. They cannot do that. But actually, if you're trying to escape anybody from about the beginning part of June onward, is a good time to go, but you've got to just up and leave like that. You've got to up and leave. That's what you've got to do. Just up and leave, right? So I would say that that's what you would do. H up there in the super chats. Thank you for that. I think you just have to up and leave and cut it down. We are going into the Pluto return next year, 2020 February, and I don't even know what to say because it's pretty much going to get pretty, if you die, just haunt them from the other side. Yeah. Google. Yeah, my feet are on Google. I'm pretty fucking famous now if my feet are on. Who's Googling my fucking feet? Who's doing this? Yeah, I know she did. She divorced him, but I think she defends him too. But that seems to be like her ego because she said, I wouldn't be with him. I think I heard her say she wouldn't be with him if he was like that. So she doesn't want to be seen as being in an abusive relate. Oh God, Dan Schneider, that douche. Yeah, no. Yeah, anyhow, so the way that I would word it to you with escaping any kind of mafia kind of control, deep state mafia, I can't say it on here, but you get it, mafia. If you're trying to do it, you literally just have to up and leave. And you have to make sure no one knows where you are or what your name is in that way. And if you're trying to get out of some kind of trafficking or they're holding some kind of debtor's control over you, the first step is not to be anxious. The first step is to build a way out. So you may have to work day by day for several months on end, you may have to like work for a year and put things away to make your escape, but you plan it, and you don't plan it out of fear or out of what's that word when you react really quickly. You don't plan it like that. You plan it just day by day without judgment. So in a detached way. Yeah, pets are very easy to read. Pets are very easy to read. So you do it in a detached way. You don't like go, oh my God, I'm going to die. My son's going to die. You know, you don't do like that. You do it in a detached way. Like, this is just what I have to do, like eating a bowl of cereal. And then you just leave, but you know where you're going and you know what you're going to do. That's what you do. And you keep it in your mind. You keep the end goal, not what's going on in here. And remember, you have, yes, not desperate. That's right. Not desperate, because desperate leads you to make choices which cause your own demise. So you have to be really confident. You also have to do self-talk where you're like, I'm not going to allow this to happen. I'm not going to allow this to happen. I'm going to take control of my life. And you take control in the way you respond. But yeah, no, you have to cut ties. They'll find you. I mean, if you're calling your mother, listen, I'll tell you something. I did a honest to God true story. I think it was in 2007. I was really chubby then. Anyway, it was like 2007. I did a murder case for a TV show. It was a couple up in Santa Ana. And this is the first time I kind of had this kind of experience. The grandparents were murdered. So two people in their 70s, late 60s, 70s, were murdered in their own home, and for no reason. Like, it was just I don't want to say average home, but just a moderate home, and nice people with nice kids and nice and all of that, right? And I remember saying to them, and it did come to be, it did happen, and they did get the guy. But I said, the guy who did this on the show and the relatives I was speaking to, I said, the guy who did this will come back because he has a child in America. So he will come back to the neighborhood because he's got a baby somewhere here. 5 years after those grandparents were murdered, the guy came back into town, got pulled over, DNA found during the, whatever, drunk driving, and he came to to visit his daughter. So you have to let go of anything you hold dear. You take your son and you let go. You change your name and you basically move in a different direction. Now, they can track your social security number, so you may have to talk to a lawyer in a different area, but you've got to make sure. But they'll come back. If you go anywhere, they'll come back. This guy came back to see his daughter, who had just been born when he committed the murder, and 5 years later, he came back. And I saw that very clearly. That, and no paper trails, but see, yeah, hidden in plain sight. But you know what? Here's the truth. The reason that they want to keep you in your neighborhood and keep you in your targeted area is so they can focus on you. Because if they know you go to the gym here and the grocery store over there and get your coffee over there and take your son to school here, they have control visually over you. If you move in the middle of the night or in one summer night, July 23rd, and you just taking your kid to the library, hop on a Greyhound bus, move and move and move and go 4 cities, states over that way, right? How do they know that? They don't know that unless you're being followed daily, and you've got to take a different route every time to see if you're being followed. And she says they have her son. Okay. I can't really read this. Why can I not read this? Wait. It says, okay, I can't see her on here, but up there it says her and her son. Well, if they are holding your son hostage for whatever reason, then you probably have to go outside of your state to get help, because whatever state you're in, somebody there is agreeing to this, or it's like being agreed to. So there's nothing you can do about that from where you live. Wait, they can find you. Yeah, they can find you, but you've got to live your life. You got to say, fuck you, come get me. But you do so with your son in a little bit of a different way. You can't be afraid of that. What, do you acquiesce to every bully and piece of shit on the planet? No. Even with the mafia, you step to the side. You step to the side. You step to the side. You have to, or you live in containment. So really your choice is what? So yeah, so let's see. Okay, you made it. Angel Love Oracle made it. She made it from somewhere. But the first thing I would do is, if you have your son, I would wait until like July to get your backing, and then I would absolutely leave. It depends what kind of deep state you're in. If it's sex trafficking, if it's that, you have to go somewhere outside of where your environment is, because obviously your environment now, if you tell somebody in the city hall and the police department, they're probably involved in it, right? If that's what you're saying. I'm not really sure what you're saying, but if that is what you're saying, then use cash, no smartphone. And yeah, exactly. Exactly. And just go. I would take a chance. I mean, again, when I was younger, I would still take a chance. Yes, California is ruined. We're stuck. I'm not stuck. I'm Canadian, but I can't get back into Canada because they've locked Americans out. So I'm both Canadian and American. There you go. I've been locked out. Anyway, do you pick up on the trial? What trial? They're involved. Do you? Oh, there's H. Do you pick? No, I don't pick up on that. I can't focus like this on it right here on that, because I'm not sure in which direction. I'm sorry. I just saw you pop up there. Yeah, so I don't, I mean, the advice that I give you is, if you can get your son, I would just leave. I would literally just leave. I would take my chances somewhere else. And I'm not joking you. If I got $100, I'd be on a bus, on a city, I'd be hitchhiking, whatever, with my kid and gone. And that's what I would be doing. Yeah, I'm not doing readings right now. So you guys, and I'm not booked. I shut my books down for everybody. So I'm really not doing readings right now. I just don't want to. No offense to anybody. I mean, you know what I'm saying. I can only do so much. I'm focused on other things, but yeah, so I shut my books down. People keep asking. I don't know who has their son, family or stranger. She said the deep state. But I can't read like that on that here because I'm too distracted to do that right at this second. But I can tell you July is a good time frame, June through July, to take off, and at that point. But what I would say, so many people are emailing me thinking I'm booked up. I'm not booked up at all. I do not have a waiting list. I'm not reading that way, and I'm not booking ahead of time because I don't want to. So I don't do it. So no, nobody's booked. I'm not booked. I'm not doing my work that way. I just going to open up one day at a time. So you'll have to check back. And if there's a day open, I'll try to post it, and I maybe can do an hour, and that's about it. That's about all I have in me these days. So that's what I'm doing. Yeah. That's what I'm doing. If I'm missing or dead. Wait, there's a good book, If I'm Missing or Dead. I don't even know. Yeah, no, it's not that. I don't have the energy after Keith died to do that. I just don't have the energy to do it the same way. So there, I just can't. But in the deeps, if you're talking about, I'll just call it mafia. Talking about mafia, you literally have to make your moves. Now, if somebody's in court and they're doing something and you're testifying, that's a little bit of a problem. I have mixed feelings on that, because some people, they testify and they come after them anyway. The police cannot protect you. So you really have to go alone, and you have to go far, and then they probably won't bother to find you. Or you just have to say, fuck it, if they're going to find me, I'm still going to leave, right? So yeah, horses are fun. I don't like snakes, but that's because I married a snake once. Anyway, so you just have to, you have to actually mentally plan it day by day. That's what you have to do. So I don't know how to get you to do that. Let's see, eBay and Etsy has some good readers. Yeah, you guys can go over there. Anybody can go anywhere. I just can't. I did it after Keith died, and they got so booked so quickly, like within a day. And then I don't work that way. Psychics, we don't work that way. Maybe some do. I'm not interested in working that way. So yeah, no, I mean, yeah, I work only just to pay the moderate, whatever bills, and then that's it. I'm not working anymore. So there, law enforcement won't do anything. But law enforcement, if they're involved, no, they won't do anything. Remember, people remember, the whole system is Masonic. So Freemasons run everything and they put them in different positions, right? They put them in different positions. So when people go looking for help in positions of authority, they have to understand that a lot of the hierarchy are Freemasons, basically Luciferian, and I'm not supposed to mention that on here, but that's what they are. And yeah, so I mean, you can get a guy that will help you, but he's going to have to go and tell his boss or his superior, and that boss or superior, if they catch wind of it and they know of your case, that's a problem. That's why you just have to take off and leave and go somewhere where you don't know anybody, because then it's just up to their mind. Where is she? Where did she go? I mean, if they know where you have family and think you go there, then that's a problem, right? Well, kind of, but yeah, not in the way that I can with other people. And that's the point. If I can't reach my own son, I sure don't want to do readings for other people. So yeah, that's just the way it feels. So it's time for me to invent another career. It's just the way it is. Yeah, it was on this. Wait, okay. Law enforcement, CIA, we're in on this. It's a $1 million chance. Okay, I missed that part. Shit. It's got to come back around. I'm sure they are in on it. So if it's, I don't know what to say with that, because you're going to have to take a chance to leave, or you're not going to be able to leave. Do you know what I mean? You can tell me whoever's chasing you, and that's all great. However, you still have to leave. So that's, I mean, you have no choice. You have no choice. You stay stuck, or you make a choice to remove yourself, right? I mean, seriously, and go far. And they're not going to know where you go. I mean, make them believe that you are calm. But remember this, and I'm going to say this, some stories aren't true. Yeah, I know. But here, and some stories are partially true. But here's what I'm going to say with that too. Remember, any form of government, any form of anything in this world, if they are at all metaphysical or can understand metaphysics, they can peep through the veil. So you're always on the mic. So you can have a fake name there, or have a fake name out in society. You can move to Pittsburgh. You can move to New Jersey. You can move to England, wherever, if they let you in because of COVID, whatever. You can move there. But if they are metaphysically aware of things, okay, if they are metaphysically aware of things, then they can see through the veil and they can hear. You're on the mic. That's what we call it. You're on the mic. So yeah, you have to take your power. I'm not saying I'm not scared, but all I'm saying to you is, after my son's dead, I'm really not scared. So I'm not going to shut up. And if you kill the whole entire bunch of us, oh, well, none of us care at this point. We said it the day we walked in when Keith died. None of us care. We don't care. So I'm not attaching fear to that. So go ahead and do what you got to do. Never attach fear to anything. Take your power back. Take your chance. What do you got to lose? We're all going to die anyway. I'm sorry. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. Oh God. Yeah, people are always fucking with me. Sure, they told me they killed my son. I got threatened all the time before, 2 years before, when I started to do the Chris Cornell videos. And that's fine. You can threaten me and I'm still not going to shut my mouth. You can kill me and then you'll shut my mouth. But there's other people in my family that will talk over, and we are all very clear with it. So yeah, people monitor you all the time. Go ahead, do it. I don't care. Go for it. Yeah. So what's an English expression? Oh my God, what? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about, English expression. But what I would say is, anything that you do. So for example, let's say you're thinking of moving to Boston, right? So you're going to move to Boston. I'm talking to H up there. So she's in her head thinking she's going to move to Boston, right? So she's planning this for a couple of months. I'm going to move to Boston. I'm going to move to Boston. They can pick up on that trend. They can telepathically read your mind. We as human beings are dumb. We're dumb. We really are dumb. Well, I think that's established by the beginning of this conversation, but we are dumb. Not familiar with Judge Binder. Me neither. We are dumb as people, but the truth is, if you are going to think of an area to move to. You can't really think of it. You have to just go, and you have to take your thoughts and turn them in a different direction so that they don't pick up on them. I know it sounds very schizophrenic, but they're able to read our minds telepathically. That is how they come to us with our desires and the things that we want, right? What are our desires? So as soon as somebody who wants to be rich and famous and they want a lot of girls, or they want to have 16 wives, or they want to have a Bugatti, whatever the hell they want to have. As soon as that enters in your head, some troll in real life, okay, some tempting greed spirit comes up and says, here, have this, have this. And so you're propelled by your thoughts that you don't even know, and then you get it, and that's how they continue to do that. So that's a problem. I don't think anybody's been executed because we'd know if they'd been executed. I can't handle people keep saying that. I have no idea. Yeah, I have no idea. So, but you know, whatever. But what I was going to say to you is, you don't know. And when people threaten me, when people threaten me when I'm speaking, anybody threatens me. Oh my God, wait, somebody was just killed, their son, on July 31st. Was that this year? Oh, I can't stand it. I can't stand it. That's like Jackie's dog. I can't stand it. I can't fucking stand it. I can't stand it. However, they're not in this dimension, and there are other dimensions. But when anybody literally says, you know, you need to stop talking or we're going to do whatever. Yeah, well, that's exactly correct. When they tell me to stop talking, this was in my family as a child. No, I'm not going to stop talking. I got beat for it. I got punished. I money taken away. I got thrown out of a lot of shit. I'm not going to stop. If they point a gun at my head and say, take it back, shut up, you're going to have to shoot me. And that's it. I'll be off the planet. I'm not joking you. Like, people have got to understand that that's the tactic that they use in order to silence people. Now, I can understand if you have kids, you'd be afraid, but you know, neither one of my kids was afraid. And so they're adults that they can choose what they want. I'm still not going to shut up. People get killed all the time. You see, you don't have to be on full blast. You can be, yeah, you can, absolutely. You can be, of course. I'm not one to hide under the thing. I'm going to speak out. That's what I do. It's just my style of relating, fire sign. So a water sign could be on the down low and they can speak. No, I'm not saying I am risking my life here. I'm not saying anything tonight. I'm saying before Keith died, I had people on the trails stop me and tell me that I shouldn't be doing videos. And I have people all the time, well, be careful, do this. You know, it was written up that Keith was a murderer. I can't prove that, but let's look at it in a different way. So when you speak out about what all of us are speaking out about, which is the abuse of children and the trafficking of children, that apparently has been distracted by some crazy orange man in the office and a bunch of other people, like, why are you going to execute Madonna compared to find the children? It's a distraction. However, I don't know if she is or not. I don't care. I don't like Madonna. But, and I know a lot of people go, what? But anyway, look at it this way. And I'm just going to show you another thing. Good. Yeah, see, I mean, people do get murdered, obviously. But here's the thing. When I look at Keith's situation and he's going down the road like that, well, you do if you were running away from the deep state because they spy. 2 weeks before Keith died, okay, 2 months before Keith died, okay, his brother came and was standing here, and I was talking to Deanna, and I'm like, Jimmy's here. I thought he was going to come for John, quite frankly, because John is older, so I thought, well, that makes sense. His son would come for him. But about 2 weeks before Keith died, somebody I thought was like from the CIA, I sound crazy, a guy with a hat and a trench coat, no joke, over in that corner. Every time I get up, he was watching me, and I just tell him to fucking leave. Like, I'm like, I don't want to talk to you. So I had no idea what energy that was, but I felt like they can spy. They can see through the veil. That's why you have things where you have somebody in India and somebody in Canada and somebody in England all come up with the same invention, the same strand of thought, okay? Telepathy, we can talk telepathy. A thought is impressed in your head. So imagine if there are people in the world that open up the veil and know how to go through the portholes, and they block it from us because we believe in traditional religions, Catholicism, Judaism, whatever, and they block us from going through the portals, okay? Like they block it. So meaning we don't believe it. People called you crazy. People call you crazy. I mean, not you guys, but I've been called crazy. And as I said, if I had small children, there were parents in my kids' school that just basically said, you have no right to raise a child. You know, we can lock you up. That is why I stayed sober my whole life, to tell you the truth, because if you did drugs and you talk the way I talk, they would, yes, remote viewers, exactly. If you did drugs and you talk the way I talk, I wouldn't have had custody of my kids. So if I'm sober and I can look you in the eyes and I'm not medically whatever, there you go, don't feel down, and I'm not, you know, medically diagnosed with anything, which I haven't been, and I'm not having these reactions, then what are you going to say? My religious belief system is not up to your standards? That's against the law in this country. So is censorship, but apparently that's happening now too. Anyway, so you have to understand there are things that none of us know about. None of us know about, okay? None of us. And so when I saw the man there before Keith, I did think something was happening. And in fact, I went to Deanna's house literally 2 days before Keith died. And I said, I had lit candles for Jason and Keith's health and good luck and all of those things. And for good communication and just everything like that. And I said to Deanna, I said, let's look and see what we can see. Let's see what we can see with the kids, because something doesn't feel right to me. We could see all the chaos and we could see all the people coming in. We could not see the death of Keith. I did see it a month before, but I didn't know it would be Keith. I knew it would be one of the boys, but not Keith. But I wasn't really like focused on it that way. So you have to understand, okay? You have to understand that when Keith passed, in the neighborhood that he passed in front of the witnesses that he passed away in front of, exactly what I'm speaking about are what these witnesses do in their day-to-day life. So it's not necessarily that they knew who Keith was as Keith Bella, a person, but they could see his energy, okay? And they can see if you're in the light or the dark. And that's just the way it is. If you walk the tightrope between both, okay? If you walk down the middle road between both and you're not of God, you're straddling the fence, you're easily are conned over that way. And Keith wasn't like that, okay? Keith was not like that. So when Keith, I know what happened. That's what happened to Keith. I know, because whatever. Anyway, I do know. I know the background of the people. So not the Buddhist temple, but the witnesses on the way up to where Keith had his accident, these people are involved and have been involved in the sale of children, drugs, and God knows what else, okay? So in their lifetimes, whether they repent and say they're repentant or whatever, their businesses, so he went past their businesses, okay? Their homes and their businesses. And when he went through and crossed through, I saw his energy speed up to get him out of his body as he was being pulled back. So the energy of where he crossed, so energetically, you could say like that, it's an energetic focus on his soul because of who he was and what he was doing. I read you the text. He texted me about the pedophiles being arrested, right? He texted that. I showed you that text. When he texted that to me, he's on the side of that. He is of light. They know that. But the witnesses, okay, when you background check the witnesses and who owned those houses and those corporations, they are responsible. One of them is in jail for the same amount of years that I've been alive on the planet, okay? And then the business was handed on down. So the witness is the person it was handed on down to. Am I going to take his word 100%? No, I am not. Okay? No, I'm not. But everything that I talk about, these people, okay. Yeah, I hadn't said it. I know, I'm not saying it. These people do that for a living. Does it mean they murdered Keith? No, but if you leave the scene of an accident that you caused, you are committing a crime. And therefore, yeah, you need to be fucked with on that. You want to kill me for fucking with you? Fine. No, I don't believe in cord cutting. They just throw the dirty energy back on you. You cut the cord, they come back again, and they're like herpes, okay? Yeah, exactly. And so I believe energetically, I understand what's going on. So, and I've looked into the background of the witness, several, and I understand where they're coming from. So I don't know that they knew that that was going to happen, but what I can tell you is one of them was smiling in my face when he was describing my son's body on the ground. And he had a smiley face, okay? Like he was happy, like we were talking about winning, a horse race, okay? And the way that or he's really fucked up and doesn't know how to speak to people, but he was smiling. And I stood there, and I'm going to tell you something. And this is just and it took every ounce of strength I had with some of the people I was talking to. Arlene knows, and Carol knows. They were both there. Arlene actually pulled me away from one of the investigators and said, why is that? She was a grief person. She's like, why is that person trying to make you completely break down? Let's break that down for a second. I went completely numb driving to Keith. Oh, I know what was happening. I fucking exactly know what was happening. It doesn't work with me though, because I could feel nothing. No, I wasn't upset. I wasn't anything. I was like, I'm going to fucking get you. That was in my head. And all I could see was, I know something happened. I'm going to figure it out. But no, Arlene literally pulled me away. And her as an outsider, because remember, her husband just, when I texted the group text and said, Keith is dead in front of me, Arlene got in the car with Bill, and Bill drove her down, and Carol got in the car and came the other way, and they came right there. So it's not like they had any advance notice of who was there or what was going on, because they just came and to be with Jason and I and Kenna, and because John was sick. Anyhow, long boring story short, she actually said, why is this woman talking to you that way? So you see, there are people, and this woman was in a position of power because she deals with traumatized people. But Arlene wanted to punch her in the face, so did I. However, on my way to Keith, I went completely numb. Now, numbness, and I mean, it went from my hands, you could have put a hammer on my hands. I could feel nothing. I felt the life drain out of me. However, that was a blessing, and I'll tell you why. When I went around the neighborhood talking to people and looking at them in the face and watching the expressions of people like that, like the one that was talking about my son's body on the ground and smiling, it's like, wow. In my head, I was like, how can I gouge his eyes out? That's what I was thinking in my head. Like, I'm going to gouge your eyes out. I just don't know how I'm going to do it yet. That's what I was thinking. So I was blocked from reacting the way that I would have reacted, because that's what they wanted me to do. So remember, if you are in a situation, okay, if you are in a situation of extreme chaos, the death of somebody, a car accident, somebody, being shot, whatever, do not react emotionally. Take your energy, pull it in, because they're looking for you to react. But he was like almost gleeful, and I had witness to that. Oh yeah, I will. I have witnesses. I went back 2 different times. Deanna was with me and Paige was with me. So there were many times I went back. And then another witness, who it comes out the witness was working for, totally deflected and gaslit and started talking about his mother dying. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, this is a day after my son died. I'm really only asking if you saw what happened, but it's fine. I'll listen to your story. I was like, okay. And he's crying in front of me because whatever. So I was completely numb, and I was basically observing, not absorbing what was going on, but I could see it. And that's why I couldn't back down. And then the next witness, okay, that I kept going by, I told you, yeah, they do feed off your, but I didn't have any. I was completely numb. I said, yeah, I heard that. Yep, I heard that. That's how I talked, completely flat. Yep, I heard that. Yep. So let's see. So showing no, yeah, that's how you block it. But I wasn't I should have been falling apart. I couldn't cry. I couldn't do anything but ask questions for people on that street, up and down, up and down. That's all I could do. And I dragged Deanna with me, and Deanna walked with me every day for a month. And my cousin, Jill and Larry, they walked up and down the street, Jason, everybody, Keithy's friends, but just every day I was there. And I couldn't react, and I kept asking. And then the next person, who basically was texting me, now listen to this, a witness said a car went into one of the witnesses' houses, another witness, and said that the car turned, and that's what caused Keith to go off the road. Just went like this, right? Yes, observed, not absorbed. That's what I was meaning to say. But I observed it from a very detached thing. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He was trying to provoke. They were all trying to provoke. Well, not all of them. There were nice people there. But then the one police officer, and he knows who he is here. Keith was walking with you, wasn't he? Yeah. During that night, he had to have been. I felt Keith the night he died. When I lay down in his bed, I felt the vibration of his energy cross through my body, but I couldn't grab it, but I felt him go through me. That'd be the best way to do it. It was a very vibrational, energetic kind of feeling, but it was interesting because then the 3 days later, oh my God, so why are the cops? Well, they're reopening. I had to go above that one's head and go to another person, and I had to write it out, which I did, which is great that people told me things and I wrote it down so they have everything. And now we just have to get the person to step forward. But what's interesting is the police officer that was there that day that just blamed Keith, which I can see you could think that he's 24. Somebody says who runs a house where they've got these bad behaviors of drugs and kids and, lighting things on fire and shit like that. I mean, I can see why the police maybe didn't look into his background and they might have believed what he said. I could fucking see that. But anyhow, the police officer, when I went to get the release for Keith's bike 3 days later, it was the Monday after the Wednesday, 5 days later, he literally looked at me and he said, it's a spiritual war. That's them letting me know that they know who I am. And it might not even been him, the officer. They can shift right into your body for a second, use your body as a host for 2 seconds. If you're at all not in your body, like you don't leave your energy fields shut, they can do that in a second. He literally said it's a spiritual war. Straight up. And again, I was talking to Arlene on the phone. So I had my things in and he said that and I just went, what the fuck? And Officer Stacy was like, yeah, well, even if it is a spiritual war, we're not talking about that. Like Stacy's like, what the hell does that have to do with anything? We're talking about a bike and what happened to your son. So I knew right then that there's a club. And then he proceeded to tell me that he rides bikes. One of the witnesses rides bikes. I don't trust what was said. Now, maybe it's completely coincidental, but I'm going to find out what it is. What I'm saying to you is you can never assume, oh my God, Rascal Pants, Lila. Oh yeah, I tell you that story. Rascal is there. See, I just break down when I see my Rascal. No, you can't let it make you upset. You have to actually stand your ground. It's an energy fight. Yeah, Lila's here. Yeah, how is Jack? Jack lost his collar the other day. Took off with his collar. I don't know if we found the collar. I don't know where. Oh, I got some, Lila, I got some, you got a beautiful care package. Mommy Kenna, Lila, Grandpa John, Jason, you got a package here and baby Jack got a treat. So yeah. So anyway, let's see, Lila. Yeah. Oh my God, she's so cute. Yeah, baby Jack's cute. I know that, there, wait, we did find it. Oh, you found it. Oh, good. Did he try to bury it? I thought Jack was so smart. He took his collar off and he's like, I'm not going to wear the collar. And he went outside and went like this because he's a hound dog. So he's going to do that. Oh, there's Ashley. Hi, Ashley. Yeah, Lila stood up. Lila, little baby girl Lila, and she talked at Keith's funeral like a total grown up, and she told her story. She's brave. So Lila's a little truth teller too, and she's brave. That's it. But when you're talking about the energy in our society with people in positions of power, the police, the government, the establishment, the people in the head of the banking associations, you are talking about people. They're not all the people, but they are placed in positions of power. So that when somebody like me comes around and, I'm just some woman, I'm supposed to be so broken that I'm not going to ask questions. That's not who I am. I'm broken, but I'm going to ask questions. So they do that. And remember, dark is attracted. It's energetic. It's an energetic war. It's not a physical war of weapons. A spiritual war is actually energy. So they throw energy at people. Think of movies where they use their hands and the I don't know what movies. I don't watch these movies, but the superheroes pull like Spidey power. They throw energy out of their hands. There is a way to do things like that. You can throw energy. So if they see somebody of light that goes against their agenda, whatever that agenda is, they can throw negative, toxic things into your path to cause chaos. Remember, you cannot grow as a spiritual being when you are afraid, when you are in chaos, when you are in pain, when you are in anger. You have to always remain neutral, just neutral, no judgment, no love, no hate, neutral. That's how you remain in power. That's how you remain in power. And if you're going to be now what's happening, what I found so interesting, which has nothing to do with anything, I'm only strong. I'm only strong because when you see your child, and Jackie will know this. Oh, thank you, somebody else. Jackie will tell you this as well. Oh, there you go in Canada, my Canadian people. I'm not allowed back in the country. Yeah, we're locked out according to my cousins. And my cousins couldn't come here for Keithy's funeral service. It wasn't really a funeral, it was a celebration, but they couldn't come because they shut the borders down, and they would have come for a week and then had to be detained 14 and 14 over here, 14 days this side and 4. So they wouldn't even come, whatever. But their motivation, understand this, their motivation, see, we make an assumption. We come into this world and our parents tell us, we go to church, we're raised in whatever religion or whatever kind of home, unless we're born into like a meth lab, okay? And I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about most of us come into a house where the parents have a religious belief or not, okay? So my mother did, my father did not. So but still, they were like, this is proper behavior. I don't follow proper rules, obviously, because I cuss and swear and, wear makeup that people want to critique and cut my hair too short and, whatever, show up on a red carpet wearing a bathing suit top. Whatever it is that is not seen appropriately, I'm not going to do it unless it feels right for me. But we are taught within societal structure that we need to follow certain things. We need to get married. We need to go to school for 13 years. We need to do, you need to get your shots before you go to school. You need to do your teeth once a year. You need to have your breast exams. It's all to keep the system going so that you are in a wheel. I don't need to get my breast exams unless I want to get my breast exams. I don't need to do that. I don't need to go every year to the doctor. I don't want to go to the doctor, right? So here's the thing. When we are born, we are under this belief that if we are good people, most of us on this channel have thought this, if we treat people nicely, we will be treated nicely back. If people are in positions of authority, they will do their job because we do our jobs. If we go to the dentist, they would never lie to us. I think we know that's not true now. Right? If you've been to the dentist, they're like, oh, we need to pull your gums down and you need to have implants. I don't want implants. You're not pulling my teeth and you're not touching my gums. And I may just live with my cavity if I want to, I guess, until it gets painful. Oh, Guelph, Ontario, there you go. But what you have to understand is we are taught that. So most of us are under societal pressure to behave. That's what virtue signaling is. That is what when people, now 30 years ago, okay, 35, 36, I don't know, I was 14, whatever, 13 or 14, and I literally wore a dress that went to my knees. It was tight, and the back was open like this, not the front. The front was a turtleneck, the back was open, and my father sent me downstairs for wearing my bathing suit to dinner, okay? Seriously. Yeah, and then I ran around in basically booty shorts for years. So our times have changed. What is societally acceptable? What is not acceptable. In our society now, pretty much people are running around naked, and it's okay to be naked, which it isn't, but our society would never, what I'm wearing is tame. I'm considered like, conservative, which is hilarious because my dad would have had a heart attack when I was growing up. So our society changes. So whatever time frame you're born in, oh, did you say Malta? I used to have a friend from Malta when I was a teenager. Okay, get drunk and order pizza. Anyway, my Maltese friend. But we are programmed. That's correct. So I do oil pull. Yes, I do oil pull all the time with coconut oil, actually. Which you have to spit in a bag because it clogs up your drains. But here's the problem. So we are societally taught through indoctrination, school. They don't let teachers teach but what is on the government indoctrination thing, like whatever is in the booklet. So if you have a different opinion, you really can't have that different opinion if you want to teach for the place that pays your paycheck. Because remember, these people are all about making their money and paying their bills, which you should be. However, having said that, when you grow up, and if you haven't like been raised in the South where they had slavery and they did terrible things to people, if you haven't grown up like, on the streets or wherever, you just assume people are going to be nice. You assume you can trust them, but you can't energetically. So their motivation in a long-winded story is to usurp your energy and siphon it into theirs. Now, this brings me back to something really interesting that I did not know what was happening. In the early 2000s, I had many people, over 100 people that I read that came to my house. I mean, not in one day, but over the year, came to my house. And when they sat in front of me, I saw tubes coming out of their face. No joke. But I saw the tubes go up into the atmosphere, like up into the roof, but not in my roof, up into above us. And I would look up to see where they went. Okay. And then I couldn't see the top of them. So it's like they went through an energetic, like, I'll say a portal, whatever. But these people had these tubes, and it was very prevalent in the early 2000s when I was reading them. So I'm wondering if they were literally being energy siphoned at that point. Now that I'm thinking about what I'm saying, I had no idea what that was. Literally tubes coming from them, but I would see it mostly in their facial features and up. And I was like, what? It wasn't strands, it was tubes. It would be like plastic, and it was so weird because it was literally person after person after person after person for an entire year, 2002-ish, right around there. So when you're looking at it, cords, yeah, but thicker, like tubes. And I never knew what it was. Because cords to me are like spores, like dandelion spores. So seed spores, they pop into your body and you can see. It wasn't like that. These were like going up, and it was like they were floating, but they were attached. So I wondered if it was aliens. I didn't know what it was, to tell you the truth. I just would do the reading, and because up until 3 years ago, I was doing readings face to face. So for 30 plus years, readings with people in my face. I mean, face to face, like not here, not on the phone, in person. Or I didn't want to deal with you. But I did a few phone clients, obviously, if they were out of state. But I had out Los Angeles sitting in my face, people from LA, California, wherever they came from. But when you're looking at the energy, so look at, energetic holes it could have been, but they were tubes. So something was being siphoned. And so the way that I look at it now is there's parasitic energies that reside in host bodies. What is a host body? A host body, we are in host bodies. Like I'm hosting this body for this lifetime. Welcome. I'm hosting. Okay. I'm hosting, like this Sloan soul is in this body. All right. And I shared my body with Jason and Keith, meaning my stomach. I shared their host bodies in my host body, and then their souls came in. Okay. So as a host, I keep my host body, right? I keep my host body clean. I'm sober. I pray. I'm of God. The traditional, I don't even know what the traditional one is, everyone, but Jesus and God, okay? I pray. I do that. Now, let's just say I did a lot of drugs and I passed out every night. And so I would never remember because I was drunk and on drugs and I passed out. If I'm in an altered state where my etheric body, just like I was saying in the Marilyn Manson video, my etheric body is open. My front door is open. If I'm in a state of openness energetically, okay, and it can happen with sex addicts too, because remember, there's such a thing as sex magic. So when you have intercourse with somebody or orgasm, however you get to that point, when you do that, if you're doing that with a lot of people, there are energies being removed and brought back and put in. You don't know what their intention is. You may think their intention is because they think you're fucking fine and hot. Their intention could be they are a host body to an entity that just wants to get some slimy energy on you. You have to be careful. It's parasitic. It's very parasitic. So when you ask what is the point of them doing the things that they do, they are, they are gathering fuel for them to live. Now, if you and I and everybody that thinks like us, in the sense that we are of God, we are God's children for real, not the God that they say they are. When they get up there and they pray to God, they are praying to their God, but that's not my God, okay? So my God, traditionally, Jesus and God. Okay, so look at it that way. But they're praying to a different God, which is fine. They can pray to whomever they want. But when they are doing that, we don't see it because it's hidden in plain sight. It's reversed. They do that on purpose. So with the energy of us here, if we all took our power back in little ways every day, if you have somebody in your house that's abusive, shut them up. If they threaten you, follow through. Instead of residing in the fear, like if they threaten you, I'm going to take your whatever, I'm going to kick you out, I'm going to steal your children, I'm going to whatever. Take that fear that you have that keeps you paralyzed, go past that, sit in observation, and make your choices from observation, not what they're saying to you, because I could say anything to you. I could say, the tree frog is going to come and date you tonight and take you out for dinner. That does not mean it's going to happen. So what they're saying is to incite a reaction. They're inciting a reaction in you in order to gather your energy. Don't let them take what is not theirs. If each of us did that and we left, there would be no reincarnation back here because they wouldn't be able to live here. They don't have our creative human power. Ashley knows what I'm talking about. Ashley for sure knows what I'm talking about because Ashley experienced that shit, and Ashley experienced, without giving away her story, literally being held hostage under the guise of her having something wrong with her, which she doesn't, okay? Seriously, and she knew it. And without telling anymore, I'm not going to say anymore, not saying anymore. But so she understands what I'm saying, and some of us understand what's going on. More and more people are, because there's so many strange things happening. So let's look at it this way. Let's look at it like a mass event. Like, let's just say a mass event of whatever, wherever, whichever city, New York, Las Vegas, wherever a mass event happens, London, England. When that is perpetually thrown at you on video, thrown. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, dodge the ball. I gotta be in fear. Oh my God, people are dying. Yes, people are dying. People are dying every day anyway, just like Keith, just like Jackie's daughter, just like any other mother out there that's lost a child, any child that's lost a parent, anybody that's lost their husband to cancer, okay? Everybody and anybody, we are all dying. That's true. We don't live. Okay, we don't. A demon just tried to make out with me. But that's what's happening. So you have to take your fear away. We are going to die. When is everybody going to reconcile with that? Why is everybody afraid of that? Maybe the way that we are going to die might make you afraid. Like if somebody, jumps through your window dressed like Spider-Man and cuts your throat. Yeah, that's scary. But we all die. So why are we running in fear from everything that's going on? And if you are in fear, does that not then does that not actually attract negative energy to your body and then bring in illness? Because living in a state of fear or complete depression or scaredness or apathy is going to bring about illness because your immune system is going to be broken down. So, wait, I swear oil pulling, you're right about that. I do 20 minutes with the coconut oil in my mouth. It's the unknown might be scary, of course it is, but we're all going to die. So when people threaten you with things, it's like you're going to die anyway, and you don't know when you're going to die. And if it's not your time to die, they can take you out of your schedule. But I believe Keith was taken out about, I saw him in his 40s, as I said, when I gave birth to him. However, it's God's choice at that moment whether he stay here or move on. So he went straight across, and I'm not worried about that. It's just that I miss my child. However, in our society, Jackie knows what I'm talking about, and any other mother on here knows what I'm talking about who's had the same experience, of which there are many. There are many of us that have experienced this. You can't let people tell you, because people do not have any idea. They don't know what to say. They say stupid shit all the time. People say stupid, dumb shit. I just can't even tell you. I can't even tell you. I literally was at my son's funeral, and we had a family member service. It wasn't a funeral service. We had a family member there talking about another family member, worried about them, and it had nothing to do with them. They wouldn't even focus their attention on Keith. And I was like, you need to get away from me before I haul off and hit you. But so there's people everywhere that will try to distract, display falsehoods. You have to be very strong in your energy, period. No matter whether they call you stupid, threaten you to lock you up. Nelson Mandela opened his mouth. Guess who got locked up for 28 years of his life? He did, because he spoke something. But even when he got locked up, he chose his reaction to that being locked up, which he said he learned how to focus his energy in a different way where they couldn't control his thinking and how he responded. The only thing you can control is your response. So yep, Dr. Sebi, same thing. I don't know if I say his name right. So what is happening on Earth right now is there are host bodies. I'm a host body, you're a host body, meaning we're housing our soul. We don't navigate this planet without being in a body. And for anybody that calls this conspiracy or crazy, then explain to me where people go after we die, because it's one of two things. We go somewhere else to live in a different way, or we die and this life is of no value. And if it is of no value because there's no reason for us to go on and we go nowhere and nothing matters, if that is truly the case, then why are we listening to anybody? Why don't we just like go all Annie Oakley on everybody, really, if that's the case? But that's not the case. Our souls go. If you've been with people when they die, if you go with people when they die, if you've been around them, you can see the soul leave. You can speak to the soul. You can touch the soul. You can see it. I felt Keith move through me on the night that he died when I was curled up in his bed. For one split second, I felt the vibration of energy, which I knew was his. He probably leaned down to hug me, but that's where it went at that time. So yeah, no, I don't stop fighting either. But see, the thing is, they cannot live without us. Okay, so fireflies got to find light, right? Those fireflies, they're so cute. People put them in jars and then put them by lights. I remember doing that as a kid. Fireflies got to find the light. Human beings are the light. We are the light. These are disincarnate bodies, vehicles without drivers, okay? They are vehicles without drivers. So different drivers can inhabit one host body, especially if you're doing a lot of drugs and alcohol. So, and people they want to think, oh, drugs and alcohol are free. Why the hell do you think certain parts of the GOVERMENT let cocaine loose on the black community, crack cocaine, and then threw them in jail for crack cocaine, as if that's any better than cocaine? It's not. It's just cooked differently. That's like saying a medium rare hamburger and a well done hamburger and a chicken breast. We need to go to jail because you have the chicken breast. Bullshit. So when you look at how many people, and this is another trap, and I'm not talking about Native American people. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the whole craze of opening yourself up spiritually using things like ayahuasca and all of that. You can, if you want to, do whatever you want. It's not a judgment on my part, but what I can tell you, my information is, I'm not saying it wouldn't be fun to do it, but what I'm saying is I was told that it's a doorway open. So something about I'm not talking about Native American. If that's their belief, I'm not even talking about them. They probably are doing it in a different way. But, the rest of the people that have jumped on board with the microdosing and the ayahuasca and the toad licking, which is fine, do it if you want. I'm not judging. I talk to you, I'll learn your culture, all of that. However, I was told not to do it because it's opening the door so they can come in. It is a spiritual war. How do evil and negative get to you? Let's look at cigarettes. Cigarettes back in the day. Here, just try one. Suddenly, people be smoking 30, 40 years getting cancer. A trick. Remember, evil tricks. Oh, you do it. You can stop anytime. Well, if you can stop anytime, you idiot, stop then, right? But that's not the case. So we have things like that. We have things like, oh, if you just do it, it won't matter. So it's a breaking down of boundaries. This is how a pimp works with a prostitute. The prostitute, the girl runs away from home, or the boy runs away from home, and they get themselves in a compromising position because they need money. And then they are lied to. I'll take care of you. I will. Sugar is the worst. You're right. In those sodas, those big gulp sodas, they should be banned. But since they left 7-Eleven open during the whole thing, they freaking want people. They want little fat kids being obese, or you would not be selling soda like that. And you would go to jail for giving your kids soda, for God's sakes. Anyway, yeah, they prey on the vulnerable, but they do it with a lie. Understand that in order to usurp your power, you have to have something in your head that you want. I want this. I want this. Insert name of thing you want. Power, fame, money, boyfriend, girlfriend, house, babies, not babies, dogs, cats, I don't know, whatever the hell it is you want, right? You want it so badly that they have to be able to dangle a carrot to make you move that way. Once you move that way once, they've gotten you to, I know, I love Diet Coke. I don't drink a lot. I drink it like once a month. They have to be able to lower your boundaries. Once they have created a lowering of your boundaries, then you're game for the next step down. And once you've gone through 3 of your boundaries, then they've collected shame on your psyche. So once they collect shame on your psyche, then you're too embarrassed to admit you were wrong. So you're going to continue with the behavior because you're going to be like, I can't go back there because of this. I know, exactly. Well, because they stopped making the money. So that's what it, yes, so they murder everybody. But remember this, if you don't agree, simply once a door is open. Yes, that's exactly right. If you cheat once, you'll cheat 25 times. You don't have a problem with it. That's exactly right. So what you have to understand, though, is if you pray to God and you don't make the deal, not even play with it. Don't play with it, because if you play with it, it's as good as doing it. Therefore, you're half on their side. And there's more of an absence from being away from God. There's more of an absence. And people may not think that's a big deal now when they're driving in their Bugattis and they got their motorcycles out and they got their girls and their bikinis and they got their cash they're showing all over the internet, whatever the hell that's about. How do I even know that's your cash, you idiot? I don't. Unless you're going to hand me the cash, don't show me the cash, because I may rob your ass for the cash. I don't know why they don't understand this. But I mean, like, they're just doing that. But and the game is rigged. You will never win. So they may come out and they may give you what you want, whatever that is. And keep in mind, if you have a natural talent, okay? We are God's children. Of course we are. But some people are not. If you have a natural talent, let's say you're a natural athlete. Let's say you're a natural singer. Let's say you're a natural artist, okay? Once you develop that talent, with that talent, that creative talent, comes strength and energy and beauty in perception. They perceive it and see it, and then they want it. So it's covetous. So because it's covetous, they covet, okay? So they try to take from you. So they make you feel like you need them, but I'm there. How to reverse. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about. You just have to pray to God. So they try to take you. And if you get too popular, okay, with your talent, whatever it may be, could be a clothing designer, could be CEO, could be whatever. If you get too popular, they're going to come and tell you they want to bring you into their friend circle. And they'll present it real nice. You'll be wearing your Jimmy Choos. You'll be dressed super cute. You'll have hot guys that used to look like Brad Pitt looked before he got so skanky looking. No offense, Brad Pitt. But anyway, you will have all of that. They'll put you in a house. They'll give you a $40 million contract and you'll be like, yeah, this is good. Then they'll say, hey, come here. I want to show you something. What are you going to say? No? What, you going to say no? And they will show you something that will corrupt your mind. So it will corrupt you. You will see something corruptive. Once you're in a position of witnessing the corruption, you are able to be blackmailed at that point, and that's what happens. So you can't even go there. I have my work on Facebook and my gallery in my home. Well, you can have your work on Facebook if you want. That's fine. In your gallery in your home. Yeah, okay. Well, thinks she can be whatever you want. There is a consistency. It's a beast system. It's a beast system, okay? It's a beast system. Be careful with love is always the answer here, though, because that puts you in a vulnerable position. You can love from a distance, but you have to keep yourself completely detached. And in order to detach from one's emotions, this is going to sound really weird, but in order to detach from one's emotions, one has to become really aware of the way their body responds to things and look at all of the distractions we have. You can't really walk around barefoot. You can't really walk outside and just start talking to people. You can't really just like go up to someone's house and say, "Hi, how are you?" to see how you feel. So we have so many distractions, and it's not safe to do certain things. But somehow we have to come to the knowledge of what we feel internally within ourselves, and we don't allow that, okay? Yes, no attachments, right, and no distractions, that's correct. But it's very hard to do. Where did the bad disembodies come from? Well, let's look at it this way. So let's say you're a bad gangster man like John Gotti, let's say, and you go around doing, or Whitey Bulger, you go around doing that shit your whole life, right? You do whatever that crap is. Keep in mind, our government hires people like that to do that stuff, to then pin it on them. It's very strange. Anyway, let's say you're a person like any one of those two, and you do those kinds of behaviors which go against everything. You murder, you rape, you pillage, right? So you cross over, and then on your way over from the complete chaos that you've caused, you then are bound back down, and then in you carnate again, and in you come in here. And there's lower level energy people that come in, and people that aren't even people. But you have to be able to perceive it. And I can't convince you. I can't, yeah, he did have a bad ending. And then at a certain point, if you continue and continue and continue, you will completely be absent from the God energy. So it's, let's see, as repent. Okay, yeah, don't make her repent. Let her go where she's going. She'll find out where she's going. Yeah, I had so many similar things happen in my life with family members being inappropriate at the moment. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Just so inappropriate. I have to learn to forgive, though, in order to get it out of my head, because that's a problem. Wait, I know I'm evil and I called here to distract someone because I need her. Okay. I have no idea. You're not distracting me. I don't get distracted unless I want to get distracted. Okay, I'm an astral being is coming to you, and you can use, okay, I don't even know. But anyway, the point is, you have to, how can you tell if someone is separated? You can tell within a few seconds. Well, you can tell in a way because you will start to feel it. That's why I'm saying you have to be able to allow energy to come to your physical body to be able to feel it. So you have to really just be present in the self and feel it. Feel it. You will know it. They will do and say things and you will see it. Now, discernment. Yes, you have to be able to discernment. Yeah, I don't know what that said, but yeah, discernment, my eyes go blurry. You have to be able to discern. I had a family member say to me, "You're judgmental." I said, "Why?" "Because I don't want you babysitting my kid. I don't trust you." It's discernment. It's not a judgment. You do whatever you want to do. It doesn't mean I have to let you babysit my kid. So that went on. That went on quite a bit, and that's the way I really feel about it. So it's discernment. Okay, I don't know the beginner edition. But anyway, people have to understand that. And you don't have to believe it. Some people walk through this earth and they're just, look at it this way. We could all get on the same freeway, right? Say the 405. God forbid we should ever be stuck in that traffic. But let's say we're all getting on the 405. And all of us. I may be going to Long Beach. You may be going to the Valley. They may be going to Malibu. This person may go to Santa Monica. We are all headed in a different direction, but we're all on the same road. That's kind of how it is with who we are as people, the energy and the intention of where we are going is different. So some people's, there are new souls that come into the earth plane and they do that, and they tend to follow a certain train of thought, and that's what they do, and that's fine. There are lower level energies, and there are people that have to come back here and experience certain things because they've been so fucked up before. And there's people, and this is the problem too, there are people that use psych meds, and I'm saying it. That's the one thing Tom Cruise was actually right about, although I have used them when I needed them myself. When Keith's brother died, after that I couldn't sleep for months and I was basically having a breakdown. But he wasn't wrong when he said the psych meds cause a problem because it nullifies your ability to receive information on a spiritual level. So he's not wrong about that. Just because he's a crazy pants doesn't make him wrong. So that's the one who tried to breastfeed. Yeah, that bitch. Yeah, she's like, don't be judgmental. I'm like, yeah, okay, you're not watching my kid. Ever. So the psych meds stop the natural receptors in the soul body. It basically that's the point of it. Okay. If we were living in a world the way we were supposed to, with love, without the chaos of these other people that live on chaos. So we are in a world that we are told when we are born that this is a world like beautiful flowers and all kinds of things. But what happens is we get down here and it's a fucking meth lab ready to blow up, right? We got Breaking Bad all over the place. We got people cooking meth. We got people doing the meth. We got people shooting people. We got people doing all kinds of shit. Crazy people cleaning all night on meth. That's what this planet is. We are told it's flowers and beautiful gardens and chocolate and yummy things and all of that, but it's a meth lab. So when you incarnate down into that, right? I don't know how you stop schizophrenia. That I don't know, because that's a real open door spiritually. That's the way I've always seen schizophrenia from my clients that were schizophrenic. And if you have to take meds, take meds. I mean, I took them. I've told you guys that story. So I took meds to sleep. I took meds to stop the anxiety. And I did it until I was comfortable enough to wean myself off them. When it comes to schizophrenia, my experience with schizophrenia, and only in a very moderate way, right? Exactly. My clients that were schizophrenic, the psychic door is open and it hasn't been shut. So the spirit, the portal is open. And usually there's some kind of fear indoctrination from the clients I've dealt with over the last 30 years that have been schizophrenic. There's fear indoctrination over religious. So they're either told something to be very, very afraid of, and they live in that fear, but they may be psychic and see things. And so they're told they're not supposed to be. There's still people that say the things that I do for a living and the things that the rest of the people in my community do are evil, and that's their opinion. But the only thing I can say to you is the 3 wise men followed the North Star on the advice of a prophet, medieval term for psychic, following the stars, terminology for astrologers, and they brought gifts of frankincense and myrrh. They also brought crystals and rocks. So that was to find the baby Jesus. The prophet, i.e. psychic, told them follow the North Star. Following, charting the stars is astrology. They brought gifts of frankincense and myrrh, okay, so herbs and rocks and crystals, and dropped them with the baby Jesus. So there's that. I'm sure they won't release it. I'm sure. Okay, Logan, is that Mary's Logan? I mean, formerly Mary's Logan that I know. Is that you, Logan, or a different Logan? I'm just so confused these days because your name is Logan, Mary's Logan, but if you're not Mary's Logan, then I'm sorry. But I meant to ask you that. You popped up again. Either way, hi in North Carolina. I believe we have someone here tonight that may be schizophrenic and they're struggling. Well, if you are schizophrenic and you are suffering at the moment, you probably should get in contact with a doctor that can regulate what you're going through. And then once you're regulated, you can go into therapy and figure out alternatives, okay, for your medicine. I would say that. I would say get a hold of your therapist with that. Because I know I was crazy. Like the voices were telling me to kill myself after Jimmy died. They were telling me that Jimmy was lonely and I should actually kill myself. And I was having postpartum depression. I had a baby breastfeeding and this was all going on. So I had to go get medicine because I didn't want it. That's a true story. So yeah, Logan's Run. Yes. You remember Logan's Run, but it was in the space station, right? Yes. Exactly. Mir. Yeah, Mir. I can't say it. Mir. However, forgive my butchering of all words in the English language. Yeah. So Logan, come back and tell me if you're Mary's Logan or a different Logan. Somebody tell me if he says it because I won't see it go by. The other thing we have to recognize also on this planet is if you keep yourself spiritually in tune, okay, spiritually in tune, you cannot fully be tricked. The only way you can be tricked is if your greed gets you. So you want something so badly because you want to be seen in a certain way. You will do anything to do it. That's how they get these people. Money, whatever, this and that, right? Yeah, Logan's Run, right? Mm-hmm. Exactly. Okay, I'm trying to read it. I can't see it. He said he was a different Logan. Okay, it's not Logan. You've got the same last name as Mary's Logan. Mary's ex-Logan. So I was just wondering if it was you and I saw you as a kid, but it's not. Yeah. So yeah, you can't worry about anything because you're going to die. The things that you worry about will come into your life. You cannot worry about that. Yeah, I feel fatigue too. I feel fatigue, fatigue today. Yeah, I'm going to have to do these videos. I actually have to, wait, do our thoughts and feelings control our reality? Okay, getting back to that. All right, I'm going to be a big downer tonight. And I'm sorry, it's just my opinion. So don't be a hater because of my opinion. Yeah, you may, anxiety, you have to determine, is it your anxiety or is it somebody else's anxiety? Alzheimer's or Alzheimer's, however you pronounce that, look at the uprise in that. Aluminum cans, the stuff they put in our food, heavy metals, and big pricks in your arm. Since most of us, my age and even above my age, started getting all of that, right? Do you think he's yeah, I could have, but he looked like him. But yes, I could have. And I don't really understand it. Yeah, I could have. I could have very much. So thank you for that. Okay, there's probably a question in there. Wait, I'm sorry, Allison. I've lost my brother. Oh, yes. Overdose is horrible. I'm sorry, whoever just did that. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Sky. Thank you so much. Yeah, the overdosing thing is ridiculous. It's how Keithy's brother died. And it was a train wreck going. And they did tell me that. And I did tell him that. I told him on the day he died, he was going to die. And he just laughed at me. And I hung up. My last words with my stepson were, "You fucking asshole, you never listen." Slammed down the old phone, not even the cell phone. That was my last words with him. He just laughed. He had such a charming veneer that he would just laugh things off. And I was like, "You're gonna fucking die." Click. 4 hours later, that's what happened. Although I didn't find out about it till the next morning. But yeah, it's a horrible. Drugs are a trap. They told me that when I was little. Drugs are a trap. They told me that. It's a trap. You are trapped. Sugar is a trap. We all have slight traps, but you can't have complete crazy ass traps, right? A lot of addicts have that veneer. Oh my God. Yeah, that arrogance, that, I was like, I'm going to beat the shit. He didn't listen and he died. So there's that. But see, once you die like that and you leave here like that, that's a whole other thing. Okay. Menendez brothers are petitioning for a new trial this year. Big following now. Well, of course they do. I believe their story actually, weirdly. I do think their father was molesting them. It's a horrible thing to say. Yeah, he was a good looking boy and he had to do drugs. Why does a boy that looks like that, okay, my stepson's picture's over there, right there, Keithy's brother, and he was an inch taller than Keithy. So they're very tall boys, okay? So you look at that boy and you see how he looks and ask yourself, on what planet Earth, when you are surrounded by people who are covetous of you, when you are like that, because this planet is not good. We all say we want to be beautiful, we want to be rich. When you get those things, he's super handsome. When you get those things, People fuck you up. They hate you for it. Okay. The reality is they hate you. I don't hate, you don't hate, but there are people that do. So for somebody who looks like that to do drugs, who undermined his sense of self? What trauma happened to undermine the sense of self? Who took their ugly energy and tried to place it on him? Reverse world, okay? Inversion. This planet is inversion. So when you have people that die of overdoses and die of things like that, there's an inversion to their thinking. So where is that inversion coming from? It can be coming from, a trauma, like they get abused or raped or whatever. They can have a family member that's so covetous and jealous that they pimp them out. They can have trauma in a different way. Maybe a mother died young, a father died young, something like that. Okay, wait. I lost my only sibling in December. My little brother, who was 11 years younger. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. That is so horrible. I don't even know what to say. Come back around so I can read more. I just didn't catch the end part of that. I'm so sorry for that. That's horrible. When people murder, there's a whole like energetic vibration. So this person here gets murdered, right? Thank you guys for that. All of you, thank you for the super chats. Every single person on here, everybody. There's a person that gets murdered over here, and that person, even if you think it's a homeless guy and he got murdered, he still has, and he doesn't count because they don't think that, or a prostitute a lot of the times, or a drug dealer or whatever. So this chain of reactions of this person getting murdered here causes a chain of reactions all the way down through every single person, like a web that goes out. So this person, your brother knew this person and this person and this person, all of those things. So this, that, and the other, and each one experiences the death in a different way. So I do believe in spirit guides, actually. I don't focus on them, but yeah, I believe in all kinds of things on the other side. Of course, we can't just be here, right? Okay. 11 months, not years. Oh, 11 months. I got you. Thank you so much. 11 months. Okay. But tell me what else happened. Okay. Let's see. Any questions here? Let me see. Oh my God. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for that. There's retired Sergeant Melinda. I think I'm saying that right. Melinda, right? Yes. Good. Because I make up words here. Let's see if this says anything. Uh-oh. Wait, your mom just died of a heart attack. Did she know? Wait, Sloan, my mom just died of a heart attack. Okay, Deidre, hold on one second. And then I will do that. Pixie 27. I like that name. Okay, Deidre, first of all, you mean your mom, you're trying to see, because you can't pick up on your mom's energy. Does your mom wonder why you can't see her? No, she'll have to work to get you to see her. Like my Keithy had to work to get me to feel his energy because I can't see. What happens on the other side when you OD? Well, from what I saw with the OD on the other side, your mom will have to work on her energy to build her energy up. So think of the movie Ghost. Watch Patrick Swayze's character when he dies. Watch him try to copy that crazy guy that's in purgatory in the train station. The crazy guy with the wild eyes and the hair like this. I can't think of his name, that actor. Anyway, that actor shows him how to, there, good. Somebody put that out. That dead guy showed Patrick Swayze's character how to focus his energy. Because remember, he doesn't have a physical body. So your mom just can't, boom, reach out and, smack you up on the back and say, I'm here. So, she wasn't there when her mom died. Okay. Of course, they see our intention on the other side. And by the way, I will tell you this. Whoever the soul, when we die, it doesn't matter. Vietnam, you could die in a hospital, die on the floor, die like Keithy. However you die, the person who is dying is always there and knows who is around them. This is an unconscious thing from my understanding. That's why you can be in a hospital room and you can have 5 family members around a person ready to die. And one of them can say, oh my God, I've got to go home and get little, Richie from school or whatever. So that one leaves for 8 minutes to run across the street, pick the kid up from school and come back, and the parent dies. because they're choosing their way out depending on what their soul needs to do and who their soul needs around them. When you show up at somebody's death scene and you see what happens to them, even if you don't know them, there's a karma associated with that. And something about your energy is needed there to help that person cross over. So like if you, like what happened to Keith. So when Melody and Robert and Kimberly, whom we don't know, showed up there and were able to focus their attention on them, okay, and focus that, then that's what Keith needed at that time. And the fact that George was stopped at the stoplight and unable to see what happened, Keith did not want him to see that. So when you ask, does your mother understand why you weren't there? Yes. And you don't know on this side the moment you're going to die. You don't know it. How would you know that? Like if you die of a heart attack, what, you know you're going to die like, okay, 3 minutes from now, I'm going to see you later and have the heart attack. No. So your mother can see on the other side. There you go. There. And then there's a nurse. The nurse lady knows. The nurse lady knows. Yeah. There's many ways. There's many ways that people cross. So your mom would not know. Yeah. Keithy had a tear. That's what they described to me. And George got there right as Keith left because George's voice was over here, George told me. Keith moved his eyes, could not move his body, obviously, moved his eyes. And then George watched his eyes go from blue to green, gray. That was his soul leaving. George actually got to see that. That's what that was. And keep in mind, he's already splitting from the physical body when he's dying because of the pain. So the second, if you survive an accident like that, you're going to feel the pain. If you are crossing over, they take you out so you don't, but strands of his soul are crossing out, and that's you see the light go right up through the eyes and gone, and that's what George described, and that's what I've seen. I saw the guy that died on the motorbike in our outside of Keith's room, that guy 7 years before, I saw him leave his body like that. So what George described is exactly that. Keith's blue eyes, beautiful blue eyes, that baby. And then when he heard George's voice, he moved his consciousness this way, but he was already leaving that way. We can be in different spots at one time. So you understand, oh, your dad died. I'm sorry for everybody that has this. I hate it. Okay, build energy, and after my son died, I cannot feel them, nor do they come to me, nor do they come in with me, but will others. Okay, wait, build energy, and after my son died, I cannot feel them. Okay, so let me get this right. You're saying that your son, when he passed, you don't feel his energy like I didn't feel Keithy's. I don't know how long, wait, I was thinking of you the other day. I hadn't seen you. Oh my gosh. I don't know how long ago it was your son passed, but I know that both vessels, both vehicles, the spirit vehicle and the physical person, you, the mom, okay, I'm going to call you Sergeant Melinda up there. Both of you have to be in unison like that, and perhaps you are trying too hard to connect specifically with them. So it's almost like you have to relax in order to draw them. Also, keep in mind, people come as they choose. Now, when Keith's friend died, Cheerio, that I mentioned, when he died, it did just freeze. It just froze. I got to plug it in. When Keith's friend died, I felt him in the house. Keith did not, okay? Keith did not feel him for a year and a bit, and then he felt him. So it's up to the receiver and the person in spirit. And sometimes the person in spirit has to go away and do things depending on how they passed, depending on, what happened to them. So, sorry, I have to turn the computer on to get this to, so annoying. Locked myself out again. The person who's passed away has to be able to come into your energy field. And if your energy field is too sad, even if you're numb and you can't feel them, and even if you're whatever, it's maybe not the time for you to feel them. John has said that about his son, Jimmy. He never felt him. So he's dreamt of him once or twice, but that's it. And it depends. Some relatives will come very quickly and others not at all. It does not mean they're not there. It means dimensionally there's something that's making it a little bit harder. Grieving makes the energy, it makes it very dense. Although I had no problem reaching, like picking up on my stepson. He was there in the second he died, like within 3 days. Not the same with Keith, although I did feel Keith cross through my body, but not the same. But I would say in order to connect to your son, you probably need to detach from the idea that you want to connect to your son. Because I was doing the same thing. It was making me crazy. Okay, just fucking crazy. So you probably need to detach and understand, like Patrick Swayze's character in the movie Ghost, like that character, look at the people in the hospital room in the beginning of the movie when Patrick first dies and his body's taken to the hospital and he's looking through the blanket. And then the other guy stands up in the waiting room and he looks through and he was waiting for his wife to die. Okay. And he easily looks through the blanket, puts his energy through, and he's like, oh, a murder or whatever. He says, oh, you were beat up or whatever. So Patrick Swayze's character has to learn to become as fluid with his energy as that guy is. So that guy's had more practice or understands it. Just like some babies walk at 8 months, some babies walk at 12 months, and some wait till they're 15 years old. No, Priscilla was 14 when Elvis moved her into the house. That's pedophilic. I'm sorry. And her parents gave her to Elvis. Sorry, I just saw that. So to feel certain people, it may be, do you feel the deaths of all or anyone in your bloodline? You can, sure you can. It just depends on who it is. Some people come through really strongly. Yeah, the movie is called Ghost, correct. Sorry, the movie is called Ghost. But it depends. Obviously, I want Keith to come through. You want your son to come through. Other people may easily reach out to us because understand also, while you are in your physical body and you're a mom and you have ridiculous grief, rage, or anger, your son or anybody that loves you coming through to your energy field is going to be on pins and needles with you, and they're going to have to learn how to navigate that energy. We radiate out like this. I know this, but it's not easy. I think if you put it down and you wait to bring it up again, I think it might be a good thing. Thank you for that. Thank you, everybody. I think it might be a good thing. I think you left me 2 of these, Melinda. Tell me when your son died. I don't even know when. Maybe I talked to you before, but sometimes the names come in with me, but will others? Why? Yeah, that's usually why that. Thank you so much for that, by the way. That's usually what happens is they can't reach through to your energy. Okay. I know Melinda did leave me 2. I just said thank you for that. I just read them both. I need to wear glasses when I'm reading this. Okay, 10 years ago and has a twin. Okay, so you may not be picking up on the energy of it in the way that you think. And I just instinctually think with you may actually go into an altered dream state and go with him, and yet you have to be here. So you're probably not connecting. I feel, yes, they can alter your mind. Absolutely. I feel, Melinda, that you probably go into so when you sleep and you don't dream, I feel like you're over on the other side with him. So I feel like it's simultaneously happening. And a twin, that's very difficult, but that happens so much. One twin lives, one twin passes is extremely hard because they're one and the same. Well, you know this better. You're the mom of a twin. So you may not be feeling it the way that you expect to feel it. So the expectation of it. No, but you might not have awareness when your relative meets you in a dream. You might not have awareness of it. You might just pass out cold, like you're completely like, oh my God, I'm passed out. I'm cold, right? Like I can't remember anything. I don't even know what time I went to bed. I don't know, what happened. I just woke up. Like I remember I was watching a movie and I fell asleep, but I got no memory of my dream. So when that happens, he might be coming through to you on an energetic level, working with your energy. And there, also understand, you may feel him when he's ready to come back at different times, because they do work on the other side and they do other things on the other side. They really do. One of my friends that I mention all the time on here, I'm going to say Claudette, when her husband died, he came through quite strongly, really strongly, really strongly, really strongly. And then suddenly not strong. And where was he? And what the hell happened to him? He was in like a school of sorts. So he disappeared for quite a while and then popped in one time and then popped out. And then I couldn't reach him. And I hadn't seen my stepson in a while until 2 months before Keith died. And I thought he was coming to collect his dad, but he came to collect his brother. So that's how it felt. But yet, my birth mom, Deanna, tells me she's around. I don't get 1 ounce of a sign of her. I couldn't tell you if she's here. I cannot feel that energy. I can't feel it. I don't feel it. So just being really honest, my adopted dad, when he passed, was at the edge of my bed the night that he passed. He was bouncing off of Jason. You know, Jason's the one that told me he passed before I got the call. And then later that night after he passed, he was right there in my face, and he was there for 2 years. John's grandmother was around me. I never knew her. My friend Randy came to me, but then he disappeared. So it depends. It depends. It really depends. And sometimes our energy as mothers, when we lose a child, it's like a fucking brick hits you in the head and splinters your soul, and you die with them. So part of you, this is a weird thing to say, when a child dies, and I really believe this, when your child passes, part of you dies. And I don't care what anybody says, like, you just, part of you dies. And the part of you that dies is on the other side with your child. Although I can't prove it and you don't have memory of it, but you are there with that child. I honestly feel that energetically. So you are dead when your child dies. That's how I felt. I mean, nobody could tell me, oh, when people say, oh, you got to get through grieving, I'm like, this isn't going to end. I'll function, but grieving's not going to end. What the hell is everybody talking about? Yes, Deanna and Keithy are together. Yeah, they pal around. Deanna's good. She picks him up right away, but she doesn't have the same emotional attachment that I do to my son, although she has an attachment to Keith because she's known Keith since he was a little boy. So she has an attachment, and then she lived through it with me, and because she's so empathic, she feels like now she's dealing with this. But part of us does die, and I'm sorry, Angie, Jackie knows this. Jackie is on the other side with her daughter. Even if she doesn't see her daughter in plain sight, she is on the other side with her daughter. And that's the same with you, Melinda, Sergeant Melinda. I want to call you Sergeant Melinda, but I'm going to call you Melinda. You are on the other side with your son. So part of you goes there in an altered state of consciousness, the dream state, but it's not like lucid dreaming where you remember, or where it's a visit where they visit you in a dream and they come and they say, hi, mom, and you wake up. It's not like that. You are actually going through a door over there and then coming back here. So there's a part of that that's going on, and I don't know why that's happening like that right now. Also, keep in mind, if you are a person of faith, which I believe you to be, then this is testing your faith. So you must know that you are with them. That's a weird thing to say. I'd slap myself if I said that to myself. I'd start yelling if you said that to me. But I really believe that too. For some reason, something about what you're going through seems to be for you to have faith. And once that's really cemented in, you'll see it in a different way. But I really feel like you're over with him because part of you is with him. You are him. We can live simultaneously, and I don't know that we'd have memory of it because you would never come back here. Like people that dream of their loved ones never want to wake up. They want to go back to sleep. So, and people who have near deaths want to keep dying again. Oh, you have dreams of dead people. The dead people are coming in. Oh, thank you so much, Jennifer. Thank you. Yeah, the dead, thank you for that. The dead people come in dreams as mediumship. Some mediums dream the dead people, okay? They come in a dream state. That's not what's going on with Melinda. Melinda is actually crossing through energy layers and around her son. There's a knowing there, but not a seeing and not a convincing. So that's actually what I think it is. And some people can come, like I said, I do not get my birth mother. You think I would get her? I do not get her. I got my dad. My adopted dad would not go away. I mean, it was a joke almost. He just would pop up. I'd think of him and he was literally right there. But I couldn't get the man to talk to me in real life, okay? In this life. So why he came to me. And then there's random strangers that hang around. We get hitchhikers. So I don't even know who the hell they are. So why are they there? They're looking for something. I think you go looking for your son on the other side. So if I could say this and flip it a bit, let's reverse it in a sense. So your son passed over out of this dimension and he's over there. You are going into his world, so he is pulling you into his world, so to speak. You can't always energetically maintain over there, so you have to come back here without memory of it. I feel that's what's going on. Sounds weird, but that's what I actually think in your case. So yeah, that's a strange thing, but that's what I think. So you are with your son. It's just a different way of looking at it. You're going to his dimension, not the other way. I don't know that we're supposed to be over there, but honestly, what's going on in our dimension here, they don't always come through. Oh, you have the same fear. I'm taking it. Wait, what's your name? Margarita. I just lost the name. Another M name. We have the M name. Check out Shauna. Okay, which one? I don't. Oh, this super chat. Sorry. Thank you. I didn't see it come out. Okay. My dad died a year ago. Can never feel him. I have psychic abilities, but can't pick up on him. Is he in a bad place? Okay, well, I'm having your name, last name's almost the same name as mine, but with an E. I have an A on the end. I'm having the same thing. I don't feel my Keithy, and I am a psychic. All I can tell you is I'm thinking of quitting my job, because if I can't get my own son, I should just fuck off and not do it. But if your dad died a year ago, he's not in a bad place. Dimensionally, the same thing I'm saying to Linda. He has to learn how to get his bearings. Understand, being dead a year, depending on how he died and how he acclimates, okay, how he acclimates on the other side. So if we cross over in an overdose, there's a layering of the energy, bringing it back into harmony. If we cross over in a murder and we're still in anger, we might be out doing that, right? Yeah, I know, Keith, but see, I can't pick up on my doodleberry all the time. It drives me crazy. Does not matter if you have psychic ability when the pain is there, because your dad, if he died of an illness or whatever he died of, he has to acclimate on the other side. And like the movie Ghost, he has to prepare to communicate. It's not as easy as we think. And sometimes some people can do it easier. Just like I said, a baby walks at 8 months. Another baby's like, nope, I'm gonna hide out for 12 months. And then one's like at 15 months because they're just like too stupid to walk or something, right? Or they're super smart and they want to be carried. Some people are potty trained at 2. Some people wait till 4. Some people don't speak till 4. Other people talking at 9 months, gibbering away. So it's just like that. We have to acclimate. We have to acclimate like that when we cross over. So I would just say it does not mean someone's in a bad place. It means you're not picking up on the energy of the place that they are in. Sometimes our cell phone can call China, but when I go, drive into Burbank, I can't get cell service. I'm like, that's ridiculous. I can call Ryan in Beijing, but I cannot call, Vanessa in Burbank because I went past this street and it blocks the signal. So it's exactly like that. It's exactly like that, right? So it's that way. You have to really, really watch how you judge it. So it comes down to faith again. Okay. It comes down to faith. And I'm positive your dad will communicate when he can. I mean, I believe it to be true. Sometimes it takes a long time. See, your mom came in a dream. That's how they come. But that's mediumship communication. With Melinda, she's going to her son. So in effect, her son is in a different dimension, living a different life. And it's like she's popping into his life. He's communicating with her like he's the medium and she's the one on the other side here. That's what I'm getting. So that's what I think is happening with Melinda. That's what I think. So it's just a different way of looking at it. And everything is entirely different, right? We're all so different. So I have no idea. I have no idea. I'm here because I'm glad you guys enjoy my company. Aha. Yeah, that's right. I couldn't get Keith to sit still with me in a room. He'd be like, I have a life. I have a life, said Keith. He died. Wait, who died 20 years ago? Your dad died 20 years ago? Doesn't matter. He may still have to acclimate and he may still have to go on. He may still have to go in a different direction. it may, it may be that way. They have to learn. It doesn't time. That's what I was saying. Time is not the same on the other side. There are ghosts, and by this I mean spirits who do not have the knowledge to go on to the next dimension that haunt castles for 400 years. To them, they've been asleep a minute. For us, we've been dead, alive, gone. They've been asleep a minute, and they're like, I am still haunting my castle and don't understand what happened. So it's not a timing issue of 20. I know what you're saying. I'm not sure what the earth angel thing is. I'm assuming you mean a spirit being that's come here. Yes. A healer. Yes, absolutely. I do believe in that, if that's what you mean. He died. I could smell motor oil. Oh, well, that's that. There you go. That's him telling you. Oh, there you go. Oh, yeah, everybody's funny. They'd love a reading. I'm not reading. I'm like, I repel from the word reading. I almost like threw my neck out there. Like, I'm not reading. Yeah, no, I can't do it. I have to just do what I have to do. I have to finish my astrology videos. I can't do both. So I just can't. Yeah, time is not relevant. It's not. You move linear and dimensionally, and it's different. We do time here. Time is a trap. All day long, watch. What time is it? We only have 24 hours. We can only do this. The truth is human beings can expand outside of that time. We don't see it here because we are captured here, because we are in hell, right? Yeah, Sloan is on a break. I'm on a break. I'm AWOL. Well, I decided poor Deanna had to put up with me yesterday. She's so good to put up with me. But anyway, yeah, I called her. I'm like, I'm not going to read ever again. She's like, oh no, I'm like, you shut up. I'm not going to read again. She's like, all right, whatever. She tries to make me happy and I just like am a bitch. So, and then I'm back to normal, usually after I eat. Yeah, no, it can be many years after they pass away. We may not even know who they are, and they can come to us at any moment. It's usually with it. I can just say this. I can say this to Melinda because after Keith died, I went bananas, nuts. Where's my Keith? Why can't I see my Keith? He started banging, but I wanted to see him. He banged his fist as hard as he could on my picture box on the day of the service, just before that. I was the only one here, so it couldn't. I'm not crazy. He just went bang like that, and that would be Keithy. He's probably like, oh my God, my mom's so stupid. She's not psychic. That's what he was probably saying. But I wanted to see him differently. And in that desire and that intention is a great depth of pain. That pain can also be problematic for them to get through. Because remember what we're talking about, fear, pain, misery, all of those things cause our energy fields to be siphoned. So if he's coming, your son, Melinda, from the other side, trying to come in here with love, and your energy is being siphoned in a different direction, then that can be very hard. That can be very hard. It's like trying to drive through a snowstorm with blinding snow, right? Can be hard. Sorry, it's getting cold. Put the heater on, I'm back. Yeah, it's a low frequency, but it's hard to understand because you feel such fucking grief. You're like, oh my God. I know, I got so mad, I started screaming at Keith. I'm like, I don't want to talk to you anyway. Fuck you, I don't want to talk to you. I got like literally mad, like I will get mad at him because I'm childish. But I'm his mother, so he knows I'm childish, okay? He knows I'm childish. So he understands it. But imagine how frustrating, Melinda, it is. And for your dad, okay, Shauna, for your dad and Melinda, for both your loved ones on the other side, trying to communicate with you like somebody trying to scream at you from a hill across the street because your car is backing up down the driveway and they're trying to tell you, oh my God, your car, and they're waving their hands and they're seeing it happen, but you can't hear them. You have your headphones on, you're drinking your coffee, you're watching your TV, you're on your iPhone. You can't hear them. They're on the other side going, oh my God. And not to quote Ghost, but you remember stupid Whoopi Goldberg's character, which I love the character. I don't like Whoopi Goldberg, but you remember, no, not any dreams of him, no. But you remember Whoopi Goldberg? She's in the movie and she's a fake psychic. Okay, but she's posing as a psychic and she's doing all this shit. She's got robes on and she's praying whatever. She's doing all that bullshit. Anyway, when she really becomes psychic for the first time in her fraudulent life, okay, she must have been psychic and they must have been trying to teach her. When she finally is psychic, right? And Patrick Swayze's character, Sam, comes to her and she can hear him. She's like blown away. Yeah, Oda Mae. I know, right? Typical. Excuse me. Why are you naming the black woman Oda Mae? Who wrote that fucking script? I know who wrote it. You know who wrote that script? Harrison Ford. No, did she write E.T. or did she write Ghost? I think it was Harrison Ford's wife. Don't quote me. First wife. Whatever, wife before the young wife. Before the Ally McBeal wife. Anyway, Patrick Swayze, he can get through to her. Now, he knows she's full of shit. His eyes are rolling like she's a crazy bitch. But then he can see the light in her to get through to her. Once he gets through to her, she's got to get through to his girlfriend because the girlfriend can't pick him up, right? Sam Wheat, exactly. She can't pick him up, right? So the girlfriend that slept with the man, that was there when he died, that loves him just like a mother, just you, Melinda, like a mother, she can't feel her lover. This guy was in her bed. This guy was in her life. She can't feel him. So the whole movie is about Whoopi Goldberg's Oda Mae, and she wears that cockamamie dress, like in that hat. That's hilarious. First of all, they dress her like a freak, okay, like a freak, and from a Southern Baptist church, and then they call her Oda Mae. Hilarious. But you see, the whole movie is actually accurate. People think it's a comedy, a joke, whatever. No, it's accurate. That's how it works. Spirit is guiding her because he needs to talk to his girlfriend. Taking a long time, the whole movie. I don't know how long it is in real life. But Sam gets through. And finally, when all of this has happened and she lets her guard down, she sees him. And then he's able to move on. It's as simple as that. The communication wires are crossed at different people for different times. It's just that way. That's the way it is for now. Oda Mae and the bad costumes. I know, Whoopi, what the fuck, right? Oh, God. What the actual hell? But I learned something from Whoopi Goldberg back in the day. I did a movie called Jumping Jack Flash. I was just an extra on the movie, and I had to keep walking across the street wearing heels, right? Whoopi never wears her fucking heels on set. She wears slippers, not even sandals, slippers. That's where I learned that from when I was telling you that story. So she wore slippers across and she walks on her toes in the slippers. So her heels are in the flat shots where you see her. I think she was wearing a pink dress, gaudy thing in that movie too. Or maybe it was pink. I can't remember. So many years ago. I was like 20, maybe even before that, whatever. Anyway, she stands on her tippy toes and walks like that. So that's very interesting. So the way that, okay, Los Angeles County, nearly 40 cited in primary collision factors in Santa Clarita. I don't know what the hell happened up there, but something happened up there. So in that whole movie, the goal is to get the dead guy to talk to his girlfriend, but he has to go through all of these channels. He has to figure out the channel. That's just basically how it works. Time on this earth is not the way that it seems. It's really not. No, Ghost is very true. It's my favorite movie because until exactly what I said happened to Keith. Keith thought I was a crazy liar. Keith, my son. Because I felt Cheerio. I had people in the house all day. He never felt anything, right? He didn't understand psychic ability. After Cheerio died and Cheerio came to him, I told you this story. Sorry to repeat it. He said to me, it's real. I said, you think I was making it up? He's like, yeah, I thought you were. Yeah, I'm like, okay. You don't know it till you know it, is all I can tell you. Why don't you like Whoopi? I don't like Whoopi because she's not a good person. That's why I don't like Whoopi. I can read her energy. I just don't like her. I haven't liked her. She's just, no. I don't like her. No. You're not getting me down that road. But you know why I don't like her. I don't like her. Yeah. Okay. Oh no. Maya's cat died. Chowder just died, the kitty. lots of little animals. Okay. I'm walking trail tomorrow. Okay. Come Sunday. Let me see. Come Sunday later if you want. Oh, I don't know. I'll wait. Sorry, I digress. I just saw that caught up. She just texted me. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, there's a lot of people crossing over. Anyway, that's what I would say. And time is really not reflective. If you're on the Earth's level, everything they teach us here, okay? Everything we're taught here is not, no, it's tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, Jackie, tomorrow night. Everything we are taught here is taught to distract us from our spirit beings. That's the truth. So we think we have to be on a schedule. We think when we're old, we are no good. We think when we're young, we're no good. We think unless we have money, we're no good. We think unless this, that, and the other. That's not what it's about. This is some kind of fucked up trick. Keep in mind also, and I have this thought in my head, if you tell somebody, just listen to this, listen to what they do. If you tell somebody you have 3 consecutive life sentences, right? So you're binding them into 3 different lifetimes. Is that what you're doing? Why do we say that? This whole world, the way it's concocted, is designed to slow down our spiritual growth, and we are blinded when we are born. So we don't see. So there you go. All right, you guys. I now must go. Ellen is truly a horrible person. I will agree. I am starving, although I'm trying not to be starving, but I'm starving. So I must, veil of forgetfulness. When we cross through the veil, it's like we forget. Some less than others. I do know some people that said they could remember them being born and remember being in a crib when they were little crying. That's like fascinating. And I believe that, right? I believe that. So always do the way to keep yourself clean or safe. Sorry, I'm just turning this on again so this stupid thing doesn't go. You've got to pray to God, and you've got to pray for protection. Really, that is the only way. That is the only way. Yeah. I'm going to eat something. I don't know what it means use the bathroom. I don't have to use the bathroom, but I'm hungry. Yeah, I'm going to eat. So what you have to do is pray to God, and you have to mean it and be of that mindset. Okay, so I must go. It's chocolate day tomorrow, everybody. Get your Valentine's a chocolate, if not chocolate, coffee. You can remember being a baby in a crib. I couldn't, thank God. I don't think I want to know that. Because I wasn't adopted till I was a year old, so I don't want to know what the crib looks like or where I was, because I was in different homes. But anyway, yeah, but I can't remember it anyway. Can't remember. No memory of it. No memory. All right, you guys. Peace out. Peace out. Bye, you guys.